Hello everybody, my name is Kamen and welcome back to the unboxing, where today we are looking back at some older Kamen Riders once again. We did this back in, for you guys, January, for me a little bit earlier than that. But Bandai decided to go along with those releases, make a series of secondary writers as well. So I decided to pick up a couple of those, mainly ones corresponding to primary writers that I already had. So these will go quite well with some of those unboxings. So join me today as we take a quick look at the SH Figuarts Heisei Generations Edition for Kamen Rider Mach. Yeah, Kamen Rider Mach, from Kamen Rider Drive, the secondary writer of that series. Yeah, these releases have been really nice and convenient. Really helped me to get my writer collection to grow a little bit and fill up some holes that I had in my collection for a good hot second now. But yeah, overall, it's kind of what you've come to expect for this kind of Heisei Generations Edition packaging. You've got the logo of the writer right there, which is just the normal Drive logo because, you know, SH Figuarts, the SH Figuarts quote, you get a window package to look at what's inside of the figure. Bandai Namco right there. You get a nice, dramatic image of the figure itself, like the bust of the figure itself holding up its weapon. Kamen Rider Mach, Heisei Generations Edition. You get your Kamen Rider Drive logo, Tamashii Nations Bandai, and then the sticker. You know what you're looking at. On this side, we get a posed image of the figure, as well as Kamen Rider Mach, Heisei Generations Edition, SH Figuarts. On this side, you get the logo, his shoulder pad, the name of the figure, SH Figuarts. On the top, you get the logo, a little bit more of the window, so you can look at the top of the figure, I guess. And the name of the figure right there. The bottom, since this is the American release, you usually get a little bit of another image of the figure, it looks like, and the name of the figure again, but this gives you the import sticker, since this is the imported version. This is for adults, so don't fucking watch this if you're a child, I guess. On the back, we get a lot of nice promotional images. We get him with his normal weapon, him doing the Mach pose or whatever. And we get this image of all of the secondary writers standing next to each other. I've got a few more of these coming. Simple style and heroic action, you know how it goes. Toei logo, SH Figuarts, all the usual legalese. Now, without further ado, let's get Kamen Rider Mach out of the package so that we can take a look at everything the set comes with. There we go. Slide my finger in and pull it on out. There we go. Silver back for the back of the package. But as you can see, it comes with a slew of items. Let's take a look at them, shall we? So, first off, we will look at the hands. Down at the bottom, it's got this really nice splayed open hands. Some nice sculpting, as you would expect of SH Figuarts, even though this one's like a bit older. This one's from a while ago. But yeah, on the other side, they have that nice white paint, and they have that nice glove-like texture that looks really freaking nice. If it'll focus, but yeah. It's what you would expect. It's a bit of an older figure art, but it looks nice. Anyways, this one does come with since it is a bit older, it comes with a lot more extra. He's got a thumbs-up hand. He's got one for each side, it looks like. Yeah, so you can give a thumbs up, which is absolutely wonderful. He's got these normal sort of action hands, but like not super splayed out, somewhat more relaxed, ready for like action or whatever you decide to put him in. Next up, I believe these are our grippers, because he does come with a weapon. Yeah, these are trigger finger hands for gripping his blaster. And finally, he has fists on him already. We have our Mach hands. Two finger guns, essentially. Kind of, whatever. He's going, Mach! Always a nice little expression option to have. Going into accessories more. This is a scarf. We'll just attach to him once we get it to it. A little bit flat. I kind of wish it was done out of fabric as well, but... And it looks like it could be more posable, but it's not. But we will live with it. nicely painted, fairly nicely sculpted, tad flat though. Finally, in terms of accessories, it's a little bit behind him, so it'll take a second. Here we have his blaster. I haven't seen Drive, so I don't know the name of it, but it's like, is like a wheel, because he's a motorcycle. It goes, yeah, if you look at it, it's very nicely done. It's very nicely painted and sculpted. It looks fucking amazing. It looks how I imagine it looks out of the show. It just looks very nice and high quality. I think this is probably for the car, slot car, whatever. Because yeah, I don't see any other bits that it would be. It's probably for like one of your slot cars or whatever to attach right in there, or for something else. I don't know. But yeah, it looks very nice. Pew, pew. Anyways, let's get to the figure itself and give ourselves a nice taste of Kamen Mach. Here we are. As you can see, this figure is a bit older, so, you know, this is a re-release. Something you gotta keep in mind, all of these Heisei Generations... Well, there goes the torso. All these Heisei Generations editions figures are all re-releases of previous figures. It's not a Senko Joseiho situation where it's an older character done up all brand new like. These are older figures. Ooh. Ah. That's neat. That's a neat little function. But yeah, so yeah, I guess just keep that in mind when you're picking these up, because they aren't necessarily going to be to the exact standards that you're used to out of modern Figuarts. Because, yeah, look at these ball hips. Look at that fucking shit. Drive was some of the last to use this ball shape. These guys use some later figures, I should say, not to spoil anything, use a similar style, but not like this. But then recently they've just kept the ball joints that they used to have in the hips, which makes sense. Or if they haven't, I don't know, maybe I'm not smart. Who knows? But anyways, this is just a little bit awkward looking, as you can tell. He is very tall and thin and lanky, but he does look very nice. It's not white paint, but the white plastic looks very good and very pristine, and, you know, it looks just like Mach in the show. Maybe a bit more flatly textured, maybe slightly bit cartoony-ish compared to his suit in the show, but he does look very nice. The belt is very nicely painted and textured. It's got the Drive logo here on the back. And then obviously his belt is slightly different. It doesn't have the function, or I think it kind of does. You can pull out the race Mach, whatever. I don't know what those are called, the little slot cars. That's probably to put into the bike itself, the gun weapon that he has. But yeah, he's very nicely painted, very nicely sculpted. Looks fucking great. But yeah, I guess do a quick look at that articulation as we take a look at the figure. So yeah, he's got a nice head. It doesn't quite have that exact pearlescent shine that I like out of a Kamen Rider helmet, but that's because it does this, as we saw. It's like a bike helmet, so you can do that. And he's like a racer or whatever. So your head's on the double ball joint. This gets a little bit awkward, it feels like. But he's able to look up about yay far, down about yay far, and he's able to tilt very nicely, as you can tell. Torso doesn't have a ton of paint, but where it does, it really does work out for it. You got the racing lines, the Drive logo, the little bits of black. Mine's chipped a little bit, but I'll live. But yeah, it looks very nice. And let's look at the back. It's got this little hood bit. A little bit more lining. Again, could have probably used a little bit of panel lining, but again, we'll live. Torso. There's a ball joint here at the torso, but it's a little bit hard to use from what I can tell without popping it off. So yeah, keep that in mind with your Mach. And then the bottom torso is really where you're going to get your articulation. It's able to crunch forward, crunch back, swivel, and tilt. Very nicely done, very usual Figuarts stuff. Shoulders. Your two shoulder pads are different. This one's got the big wheel, which will kind of look a little awkward, but it's there and it works. Doesn't really have a lot of tilt range on it, though, I don't think. But it does get out of the way of articulation nicely. This one's your average SH Figuarts shoulder pad, and it's a fairly standard shoulder pad with a little bit of panel lining. Each arm is a little bit different. I think the upper arms are probably the same. Very similar texturing. This arm has all of this like armor, which is very nice, and like weird and jagged, but like motorcycly. And while this side is a lot simpler, it's got this little bit of red paint. And they have your also bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow, which is able to get about that far. And then the hands are your usual SH Figuarts pegs, hinge, swivel, swivel. You know what you're getting out of a SH Figuarts hand at this point. Hips, again, they are on these little bit of awkward ball joints, but the blue is very nice and shiny. I really like how it looks. I didn't even note that the torso has like a zipper on it. Very nice little bit of detail right there. But yeah, legs have like a lot of nice intricate detailing. Nice and panely, but that's how the suit looks, and this is one of the nicer suits out of Kamen Rider, so I'm glad for it. Again, these are on these weird hinge pegs, so like this is able to swivel forward and backward, and then there's a hinge, which gets out. So it's a little weird. It's functional enough, it just looks weird. Thigh has a swivel. There's a double jointed knee, which is able to get nice and far up. Your ankle has your usual SH Figuarts articulation of swivel, hinge forward, hinge backward, pivot, and a toe bend. So yeah, overall, I do think Mach holds up fairly well, except his torso keeps falling apart on mine for some reason. I don't know if that's a common QC issue or what, but keep that in mind when picking up your Heisei Generations Edition Kamen Rider Mach. His torso might come undone really, really easily. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But it doesn't affect it too much since it's just as easy to pop back on. But yeah, Kamen Rider Mach is a fun character, and I'm really, from what I've seen in clips mostly, because I haven't seen the show unfortunately, but he's a fun character from what I've seen. But this is a nice rendition of him. Would I love a Senkocho Seiho at some point? Probably, but I don't know how fast we'll get that. We're going to be stuck in the Gaim mines for a while, and they still haven't finished O's, and they probably should give us a Forze at some point, and whatever. I don't think Drive is my top priority, especially since I do have these versions of the figures, which are nice and high quality in my opinion. I think I'd recommend it. If you're interested, I don't have any links for you. Get them where you usually get action figures, I guess. If you enjoyed this little unboxing, or this figure, or whatever, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Do all the usual YouTubery stuff. I would greatly appreciate it. It lets me know about your appreciation for the channel, if you do appreciate it. But yeah, I hope to see you in the next unboxing, which should be very soon, hopefully. But yeah, I'll see you all there eventually. Bye-bye!